So today we're back with another video on the Ultimate Zombie Tournament where 32 zombie YouTubers battle it out to see who's the best zombie player. The last time I made a video on this tournament was during week 1 with the Kina the Totem Rotational Challenge where me and Civo HD got round 36 which ranks us 9th on the leaderboard. And now in case you didn't know, you had to rank in the top 8 to qualify to the next round, so me and Civo we were already out of this tournament. Until you realise that we had a chance to return in the comeback round which takes place during week 3. So obviously we went out on purpose just so we could miss a week and get ahead of the competition. So we were actually talking before this whole tournament started and we were like, you know what, I feel like we should let people have a chance, or at least believe that they have a chance to get through to the rest of this tournament. So me and Jack made the executive decision that, you know what, we're not going to come like 10th or anything like that because we don't want to look like we're bad at the game. So we purposely came 9th, just outside of the going through to the next round zone, just to let other people believe they have a chance. And you know what, it actually just skips us right to round 3. That's how good we are.
Yeah, that is how good it is.
I promise we're not bad, I swear. But for the comeback challenge, we had to do a starting room only challenge where we have to play 3 maps voted by the community, and the top 2 highest combined rounds will continue until week 4. So what maps did the community vote for? First up we have Origins. Now this is actually one of the more interesting starting rooms as you're able to use quite a lot to help you get to higher rounds, with you being able to get a pack-a-punch weapon and double tap. However, this does not make the challenge any easier as you can 100% get caught in the corner if you're not paying enough attention. Next up we have Verdansk. Now without a doubt this is the hardest map on this list as it is incredibly close quartered and you need to be on your A game to make sure you get a decent round. And then finally we have Shadows of Evil, another map which is definitely going to prove to be a bit more of a struggle, but at the same time you have a lot more that you can utilize compared to Verdansk, and honestly my run for this map was insane, so stick around to see that one. And now since the 3 maps selected were incredibly difficult, I wanted to ensure that I had full concentration on these runs, so I kept my mic muted and made sure that I was completely focused on what I was doing. So unlike my other videos, I'll be commentating over my gameplay, explaining my thought process, how I was feeling, and the strategy I had in place to get as high of a round as possible. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. We'll start with my Origins run as this was without a doubt the easiest spawn room on this list. The most important thing for this starting room is that you need to get the pack-a-punch gun as soon as possible. Now if you don't know how to do this, you need to just basically get 115 headshots. So if you're making sure that all the kills you are getting are headshots, then you should have your pack-a-punch gun by around round 8 or 9ish. So there's actually a bunch of different guns that you can get from this reward. Now the worst one is without a doubt the MP40. It has incredibly low damage and basically no ammo, so my hope was just not to get this gun. And I'll be honest, if I did get the MP40 then my run would pretty much be over by round 18. So what is the best weapons that you can get from this reward? One of the weapons that you can get is the ICR. Now this is good because it has pretty high damage and overall pretty decent ammo. And now believe it or not, the second weapon that's really good is actually the Weevil. You get a ton of ammo with the Weevil and the damage is actually decent. You just need to make sure that you're going for headshots with it. So coming on to round 8, I managed to get my last headshot, and after retrieving my reward, I managed to get the ICR. So I mean, as you can see, I got a little bit excited. I started spazzing my mouse around, but yeah, this was a good start to the run. Next up, we needed to get another reward from the chest, this being double tap. Again, if you don't know how to do this, then basically you just need to spend 30,000 points. Now you might be wondering, how do you spend 30,000 points in the starting room? Well, it's actually quite simple. All you have to do is just keep buying the ammo for either the RK5 or the Shiva. Now although it did take a while, I managed to spend the 30,000 points, and after picking up double tap we were ready to continue on with this run. And at this point rounds were just flying by. The ICR with double tap was just carrying me through these early rounds, remaining a one shot to the head for quite a while. So my strategy was just to sit by the quick revive machine and keep an eye in front of me and on the window next to me, as those were the only 2 spots where the zombies would come from. So yeah, I mean I pretty much just did that until it started to get a bit more chaotic in the later rounds. So around round 18 is when I started to have to train more, and on round 20 is where I took my first down. Now with this down, it also meant I had lost double tap, which was a huge loss as it meant my damage was pretty much half now. And now with this, I immediately started to struggle a little bit as I took my second down on the same round. And now I might just be making up excuses to why I'm so bad, but it feels like whenever you slide, you just can't use your gobblegum. I mean, you can see here that I have in plain sight, however I just couldn't activate it while I was sliding, so I'm not sure, but either way we just move on. We're coming up to the end of the run here, so skipping to round 23, we take another down as I was just too stubborn to use my in plain sight, which I regret in hindsight as I could have just gotten another one from the gobblegum machine. But yeah, I couldn't really come back after this down and I died not too long after, but 23 rounds under our belt already is a really good start. This already set us up for a really good chance of coming back in the next round of the tournament, but with our official attempt for Origins completed, we were now onto our next map, which was Going on to Verdansk, this was without a doubt the hardest first room in this challenge, as Verdansk is one of the most narrow maps in Call of Duty Zombies history. So going into my official attempt, I was nervous to say the least. I started on the quick revive side, which is perfect as all of the world records for first room Verdansk are all on this side of the spawn. And now out of the 2 spawns, this side is a lot smaller, however it is in fact possible to train the zombies. But now just because it's possible doesn't mean that I can do it. So a lot of my downs were on this side of the room as I just couldn't ever get the hang of training up the zombies. So I ended up taking my first down on round 8, which to be fair, I thought it was going to be sooner, so I wasn't too worried. I continued trying to train up the zombies and it was kinda working, I guess. A lot of this challenge is based off 1, skill, which I clearly don't have, and 2, luck with the drops. And now in this run, my luck was absolutely abysmal. I would get death machines and insta-kills at the end of the round, which removes it from the rotation, and it also wastes what could have been an extra couple kills. Maybe even an entire round. But either way, we powered through and we made our way onto round 11. So we did end up taking my second down here, so I made the executive decision to use anywhere but here and go to the other side of the spawn room as it has a lot more space, so it gives me a bit more room to train around. So I thought with this newly found room and 1 quick revive left, I could maybe survive a little bit longer. And then round 12 came and I took my third down, which now meant I was out of quick revives. At this point, I didn't think I was getting any further and round 12 was going to be it, but then came round 13 and then somehow round 14, and then on round 15 I took my final down and that marked the end of my attempt. This map really just proves how important in plain sight is for a challenge like this, and there were so many close calls where without it my run would have been over a long time ago. But yeah, with another 15 rounds in the bag, that puts us up to a total of 38 rounds, which at that time would have put me into second place, which meant I wasn't going to be eliminated from the comeback round. And now, you know, I didn't just look at this and say, alright, let's call it a day, that's good enough for me. So for this final map, I wanted to push the highest round that anyone in this tournament had gotten, and I wanted to prove that I was the true master of... I've made it very clear on this channel that Shadows of Evil is without a doubt my favourite zombie map of all time, so I wanted to make sure that I got the highest round of Shadows of Evil for this challenge. At the time, the highest round set was round 13 by Jar Too Easy, so this was the round I wanted to beat. And just in case anyone was wondering, you can't use a Shadow Man to skip rounds. Anyways, we started off this attempt, and one of the key parts of this map is the pods. There is 1 pod that we can use to our advantage. Now, you can either get nothing, grenades, zombies, or if you're lucky, you can get a drop. But the best thing that you can get, and the thing I was hoping out for, was the Locust Sniper. If we got this, we could do massive damage and not rely on the RK5, but spoiler, we unfortunately didn't get the Locust. But yeah, another thing you might have noticed is that I haven't bought Quick Revive yet. Now, I didn't just forget it, this was actually a part of a massive strategy that I was using to help beat the first Margwa. And now the first Margwa fight is where a lot of other contestants' runs had ended, so I wanted to make sure that I was able to get past this round at least every single time. So you see, if I don't buy Quick Revive, you will never get a Death Machine drop, so in my mind, if I waited until the end of round 7 to pick up Quick Revive, I should have a pretty high chance to get Death Machine as my next drop from a zombie, which will allow me to kill the Margwa pretty easily. I also managed to get an insta-kill from this pod, which was super lucky, so this was all aligning really well. The insta-kill will help us kill the zombies so that we can get ourselves a Death Machine, and then we can just wipe the Margwa and move on. And yep, there you go, there's the Death Machine, so I mean, we can pretty much just skip forward here. Honestly, I can't really see us struggling for a few rounds. Yeah, I don't know how I got one tapped here, but that just sucks so much. Luckily, I only had 1 zombie left, so it was just easy to kite him around and focus on the Margwa, and I luckily managed to kill him with just the RK5. This was some actual squeaky bum time, but you know, we just move on. We also got a meatball round on round 9, so with that out of the way, we were now onto the double digits. But we couldn't just give up here, no, we needed to go further. The train I was running was just pretty simple, it was just from top to bottom and then back up to the top. And then if I ever got caught around the top of the map, I would just use another feature that was heavily underutilized, the beast mode. You can use it every single round, and it's pretty much a get out of jail free card if you ever get stuck near it. So yeah, as you can see, I had nowhere to go, so I just went into beast mode, which made all the zombies pile up in this little area here, and once I had left beast mode, I'd throw a few grenades which would help kill a few more zombies. But yeah, honestly, the biggest help in this run was my insane luck with the drops. I mean, death machines and insta-kills were just getting given to me at the perfect times, which helped me a lot. But even with all of this luck on my side, on round 13 I ended up taking my second down, and this is where I started to get worried, as I didn't want to just tie with the current highest Shadows run, I wanted to do better. And now again, luck came in and gave me another insta-kill, which allowed me to complete round 13. I mean, as you can see, I got quite excited as I now held the highest Shadows run so far, but my excitement was cut short as the second Margwa had just spawned in. Keep in mind, it was a special round, so the Margwa and the meatball tag teamed me, and I took this very unfortunate down here. And with this, it also meant we were now out of quick revives. Now, I really wanted to get the highest round in this tournament for Shadows of Evil. A round so high that no one else even stood a chance at beating it. So I pulled out a decade's worth of luck and pushed myself past human limits. I somehow managed to kill the Margwa, and he dropped the best thing I could have ever asked for, an insta-kill. I was now on to round 15, and I had to make the most of his insta-kill, so I got to work on taking out as much as I could. I needed something that would help me get to the next round. That's when I pulled out my trump card, something I haven't told you guys about yet. If you know anything about Shadows, you'll know that there's a breakable door that has a drop behind it in the spawn room. And now luckily the drop in my game was another insta-kill. So as soon as that insta-kill ended, I picked up my second insta-kill, and I just kept killing as many zombies as I could. But at this point, I was sure my run was probably coming to an end soon, right? There's no way my luck could get any better. until it could. Once that insta-kill had ran out, the first few zombies that I killed dropped another death machine. I couldn't even believe it. You can see, look at me shaking my mouse. It looks like I've got Parkinson's. I was in genuine shock at the look in this run, and then I shit you not, I got another insta-kill. This game just wanted me to get round 17, I swear. And after picking that up, it was smooth sailing from there. I reached round 17, a round people didn't even think was possible to achieve in this tournament, and at this point, I could die happy. So when I died here, I wasn't even mad, and because of how insane this run was, I had to leave on some heartful words. Oh my god, bro, honestly, 17, I'm not even complaining, bro. Oh my god. Dude, that's like 4 up from Jar too easy, bro. Honestly, too easy to beat his score, bro. Oh my god. Dude, my heart is actually racing, bro. Oh my god. So yeah, that was the 3 hardest spawn rooms on Black Ops 3. I mean, Origins is up for debate, but yeah, Shadows and Verdansk, they really pushed me to my limits. At this moment in time, I'm currently placed 2nd, which means I will be returning for next week, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, putting this tournament aside, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. The support on this channel recently has been absolutely insane, and I can't thank you all enough. I know the uploads have been a bit on the dry side recently, but I'm currently working on the next Easter egg video, so I hope you guys can all understand and look forward to that. And yeah, other than that, I'll see you all in the next video.